guys, Jeannine here with another something streaming review for you, where I find a random movie on a streaming service, check it out, and let you guys know my thoughts on it. You can check out my first something streaming review on Netflix's Christmas with You, the holiday rom-com starring Freddie Prinze Jr. So I'm kind of staying in the same genre of film, but jumping on over to Amazon Prime as I talk something from Tiffany's from this year, starring Kendrick Sampson and Zoe Deutsch. This film has a couple Nepo babies in it. As we know, Zoe Deutsch is the daughter of Leah Thompson, but we also have Ray Nicholson in here as well, son of Jack Nicholson. So Something from Tiffany's follows two men who end up getting the items they've bought for their girlfriends mixed up, which causes some craziness to ensue. We have Kendrick Sampson's character. He plays a single father with his young daughter. She's like 10 to 12-ish age. She's helping him at Tiffany's pick out an engagement ring for his girlfriend, Shay Mitchell. At the same time, Ray Nicholson is buying something from the lower price point end for his girlfriend, played by Zoe Deutsch, and he's buying her a pair of earrings. As the two men leave the Tiffany's, Ray Nicholson gets hit by a car. When Kendrick Sampson goes to help him, he sets his bag down, and as the men leave, their bags get mixed up. So the next morning is Christmas Day. Kendrick Sampson goes to give Shay Mitchell the engagement ring, and it's a pair of earrings. And Ray Nicholson goes to give Zoe Deutsch the earrings, and it's an engagement ring. She is kind of confused because they didn't really seem like that's where their relationship was going at that point, but she accepts the engagement and he stays silent and doesn't admit the ring is not for her. And Kendrick Sampson is just trying to kind of figure out what happened and trying to formulate another way he can propose or get his ring back, and he doesn't know what's going on. So it's more him not really kind of being shady about it. It's him trying to just figure out what happened. So that's kind of how our story kicks off. And then how Kendrick Sampson and Zoe Deutsch meet, because Kendrick Sampson helped her boyfriend and helped get him to the hospital. When she's at the hospital visiting her boyfriend, the daughter insists that her and Kendrick Sampson go to the hospital to check on this man to make sure he's okay. She notices him as the man who saved or helped her boyfriend, so she kind of approaches them, and that's kind of how they meet. They make Zoe Deutsch's character very much a character you would find with all the traits that you would find in a film like this. She is a cute little baker with her own shop. She has kind of a quirk where she talks to herself. She talks to her food, so like she's making hot chocolate and she's telling the hot chocolate how beautiful it is. So, you know, they make her a little neurotic and quirky in that sense, and not in a weird way, but in a very adorable, cute way. So she's very much kind of holding all of the traits of a quirky, cute girl from these types of movies. So that does kind of it's a little bit heavy-handed in that aspect, so she doesn't really feel 100% like a real person, and it reminds you that you're watching one of these kinds of Lifetime-esque rom-coms. But kind of on the other side of that coin is Kendrick Sampson, which I absolutely loved in this movie because, you know, I loved him in Insecure, and what I love about him as an actor is he feels so damn natural. He feels organic. He feels like he's just talking. He's delivering these really kind of you know, corny, very much rom-com feeling lines and making them feel like natural conversation, making them not feel like written dialogue. He just has this really chill delivery that just makes you feel like he's talking to you. So I absolutely love that about him. He kind of grounds this film a little bit. And so then when you're kind of getting this a bit of excessive quirkiness from Zoe Deutsch, he is there to kind of ground it, and I think it's like a really good balance. But I do like her character. I love Zoe Deutsch. I think she has great range. We've seen her in things like Not Okay and Zombieland 2 and really kind of play these fun characters and has a really great kind of comedic timing. So yeah, I liked her character, but I did feel like, yes, they tried to really put all of the tropes of kind of your Lifetime lead actress onto this character, making her a cute little business owner, with some little quirks. So like I said, I did like the balance of him feeling like a real person to her kind of very much someone in a rom-com person. And obviously then they have to do things to make the people they're with seem like it's something with them is not quite working, so that when we see the two of them hang out and have chemistry, we're not kind of judging it too much or too harshly, which, you know, always kind of works for me in terms of my rom-coms where things like this happen. They don't rush kind of too much into the romance. I think it's a nice organic build to them like really spending time with each other and becoming friends. So I like the build of it. It doesn't feel too rushed. I think they do enough to not completely villainize the people that they're with, but enough that you feel like, yeah, who they're with is probably not working out. We also give Zoe Deutsch's character a sassy black best friend, because, you know, we gotta have that in there. He is played by Jeannine T. Gibbs, who I actually really loved in the Hulu horror movie Fresh. She was the best friend in that film, but they actually kind of gave her a bit of a meteor kind of thing in Fresh. So she's doing a bit of the same thing here, you know, bringing in the kind of comic relief. They also make her a lesbian character, so kind of she has this cute little banter with her wife. And it feels like, you know, natural diversity. It didn't feel like diversity for diversity's sake. So I appreciated, you know, just having characters like this existing in this movie. Not any kind of crazy attention is called to it. They're just people living their lives. And yeah, so it's a typical trope that, you know, I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't hate the trope of the sassy black best friend, but, you know, it is a bit tired, but Jeannine T. Gibbs does a great job and does bring some really fun comic relief. This film, I will say, feels a little bit higher quality than a Lifetime kind of movie feel. It feels like a kind of a real movie in terms of how it looks and kind of how it's filmed. So I liked that. You know, it was kind of the style of those films, but it felt a little bit more like a real movie and not like a TV movie. So I liked that aspect of it. Just a kind of really weird situation. So I liked how they kind of played with like the weirdness of that and you know, the boyfriend and kind of his motives in terms of why he let her think the engagement was real, and Kendrick Sampson trying to figure out like what he's gonna do with his situation, and it gives him time to kind of really think about if proposing to her is the right thing that he wants to do. And so I like that the situation breeds kind of more insight into these people's relationships and brings kind of some honesty into kind of where these relationships were gonna go or where they think they want them to go. And in terms of our two leads kind of meeting each other, how that factors into those decisions. So I liked the situation of it. I thought that was kind of a fun, like, oh, some hijinks are gonna pop off with this premise, and they definitely do. So I liked working in that situation. And they did make it feel kind of, you know, real in terms of kind of like, you know, not too crazy. Like it felt kind of like if this really did happen, it could really play out like this and not feel like it's a rom-com plotline. So yeah, overall, I had a lot of fun with this movie. Like, rom-coms are my favorite genre, so I don't mind kind of the cheesiness of movies like this. I do really like these actors. Kendrick Sampson, I loved him, like I said, in Insecure, so to see him kind of here and still doing his really kind of chill, natural thing, I really did enjoy. I liked him kind of as a father, as a single father, so him and his daughter, with his relationship with his daughter, I think was really cute, and they really have a nice open relationship in terms of kind of you know, her kind of trying to help him and support him and vice versa. So I liked kind of their relationship. And yeah, the chemistry between the two leads was fun. Again, we have our sassy black girl bringing some good comedy. Kendrick Sampson's great, just natural delivery really grounds this movie. And overall, I enjoyed it. The ending felt very, you know, Hallmarky, but you have to kind of let yourself just know that that's where this film is gonna go. So it kind of had an ending and then kind of continued on. So I mean, I think I would have been fine with it kind of just ending where it ended. But of course it had to add in like 1 year later, this is where we are kind of thing, which I don't think it needed, but it's there. So overall, yes, I did enjoy this movie for what it was. I really, really liked Kendrick Sampson. I can't speak enough about how just much I loved the naturalness of him and the realness of him in a movie like this, because typically these characters don't feel real at all, ever, in movies like this. And he definitely was able to do that with some really rom-com-y lines. So yeah, if you like movies of this vein, if you like Kendrick Sampson, because he is a very attractive man, I would check out something from Tiffany's. It's a cute premise, it's a fun little holiday romance, great chemistry, you know, and it's nice to see attractive people kind of, you know, sparking. So if you're into that energy, I would check out something from Tiffany's, streaming on Amazon Prime now. So yeah, check it out. And that's my thoughts on another something streaming movie. Hopefully I can do more of these and find some other fun films to check out. But that's it for this review. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. Please like, share, subscribe, do all of the things. And again, thanks, and I will see you guys in the next one.